It's a terrible football show. What do you expect?
I want whatever you guys are smoking right now.
Just in my brain, it just makes so much sense.
OH!
Oh, baby, yeah!
You have no quarterback. You're going to need some punters.
Welcome to a terrible football show.
That's my quarterback and my teammate, man. Ruins my fucking holiday every damn year.
Alex,
What up?
you can thoroughly kiss my ass.
If it's Toledo, I'm drawing the best damn rocket there is out there.
Now that's gonna look like a dildo.
Tell my HR director about this show. He's going to listen to it.
They draft Xavier Worthy. What the fuck? Wide receiver from Texas.
It's a fucking hamster.
It's a hamster mixed in with a sheep.
The Buffalo Hamsters have traded.
Listen, guys, this is a terrible football show where everybody may be good at nothing, but we are terrible at everything.
That's facts. That's a clip for the intro.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
That's a clip for the intro, baby. Yeah, he's successful at just giving his terrible opinions, so why can't I? Terrible football show, after all. Welcome into a terrible football show. It is August 19th, 2024. I think this is episode 106. Live on a Monday. A little bit different than normal. That's because I decided to be very selfish and ask the boys to not do it on Tuesday so I can play my game of the year, Black Myth Wukong, which comes out tonight, 9 o'clock my time. I'm able to play it. So I can't wait for that. It's going to be fantastic. But we will be back live on Tuesday next week and going forward for the rest of the season. As per norm, I got a couple of the boys here with me. Let's go around the room. Jacob, how you doing, buddy? I see you got your Cowboys jersey on. I bet you're excited to talk about your boys.
Elliot's back. I'm not excited to talk about them, but football's back this week, boys.
That's right, baby.
I mean,
Week
preseason's
0 for
already
college
been here, but
football.
Football's back.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It really set in whenever I messaged in our work Discord to the predictions channel. Where I was like, oh, man, we're back. We are back, baby.
Are we doing this today?
Actually, yeah, I think we have week 0 predictions we got to shout out at the end of the show. Yeah. And we also have week 1 predictions we got to shout out next week. And I'm saying that because next week we're going to do our fantasy draft live on the show just like we did last year. So we're going to go live about 6, and I got the draft to start about 6:20 so we can get into the show, kind of bullshit, go around the room. Any stragglers coming in can get in there, and we can have a great time. At the end of next week's show, we got the entire week 1 slate besides the 4 like week 0 games that we've got lined up. So we got 26 games to go through. I want to go ahead and call all of you out right now. All of you just need to stop picking on the FCS, okay? I saw all of your terrible game of the week picks. Everyone just picking FCS games, and I'm like, we need to stop bullying them, okay? It's week 1. It's week 1.
It's classic.
Look. We're going to definitely bully the shit out of the FCS, especially when we have games like Wagner and Long Island University play. All right, that's a yearly tradition. That's game of the week for terrible game of the week. But it's week 1. Let's not bully them, okay? Let's not bully them. For the terrible game of the week, I actually picked the UMass game because UMass is terrible and they're actually favored in that fucking game by -2. Which blows me away that they are favored against Eastern Michigan. That's a terrible game of the week.
I think
The only
UMass
Michigan team that's good is Western Michigan as far as like the little
trio.
brother teams go.
Yeah, the little trio.
If I'm not mistaken, UMass surprised a few teams last year.
They won 3 games,
did.
Ricky. Calm down.
But
That's a lot for
they were
UMass.
close.
3
They
games.
were close
3
in a
games.
lot of the games.
3 games. Eastern Michigan went to a bowl game. Hawaii is the terrible game of the week. Steve, shut up. Go back to work. I don't want to hear it from
He
you.
knows what he's talking about.
Anyway, so yeah, for today's episode, though, we will be doing NFC predictions. Did our AFC stuff last week, so shout out to that. Shane should be popping into the show later. No Tyler, since it is a Monday. So, and just I knew it was going to be potentially difficult for everyone to make it. Yeah, that's on me. My bad. Sorry for the inconvenience. But Tyler should be back next week for the fantasy draft, so that'll be great. But overall, boys, how we feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? How we feeling? We feeling good? We loving it? We loving life? How's things going?
11.
11. That's what I love to hear. What about you, Rick?
Yeah, I mean, it's football week. First day of school is out of the books. So, yeah, I have a I'm glad we're not doing a show tomorrow. I've got a scrimmage game tomorrow night down in Rising.
This worked out.
Rising and Monticello. And then I have a scrimmage game on Friday at Drew Central. So this worked out very well.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm glad.
Look at you, Ricky.
I'm glad. Steve said an 8. Steve, we got to bring that up a little bit. But I'm glad. I'm glad this actually worked out. That my selfishness worked out in your favor. It did work out in Tyler's favor. Sorry, Tyler. My bad, man.
He works for Coke. It doesn't matter.
Look, I apologize for the inconveniences. Okay, I do. I'm being selfish tomorrow, so I can play my Black Myth Wukong as soon as I'm off work, which I'm so immensely excited for. Just like I'm excited to go through the NFC predictions here today.
See, the NFC is going to be extremely weak this year.
Well, I mean, what else is new? Tell me something that's new, Jacob.
That's fair. You know what? That's facts.
Yeah, that's facts. Oh man, that's big facts. But I'm excited because Chicago Bears. I got all those stuff behind me. Over here. I mean, we gotta have a year, boys. It's gonna be a good time. If you click it onto the episode, you can see the title. So right out of the gate, I'm just gonna go and establish that. Look, I'm just going to channel what Foxy did for the Lions. He said 10-6 in a playoff win. Then, we got the extra game, 10-7 in a playoff win, and it worked out. I'm going to channel that same damn energy for the Bears. 10-7 in a playoff game, baby. Let's go. All right, let's go around the league. We'll do the same order that we did last week. So we'll start off with the NFC South, the weakest division in the NFC. So that's cool. Arguably. I say that because I have very low expectations for the NFC East, but I have lower expectations for this. So I'll kick us off, boys. Here we go. You ready? Let's do it. Let's jump in. Coming in dead last, to no surprise to anyone, I have the Carolina Panthers again. This team just looks horrendous. The Bears fucked this franchise. Shout out to Shane's friend, Iggy, Josh. Shout out to him being a Panthers fan. Josh, buddy, I'm so sorry. We fucked the Carolina Panthers, man. I don't know how they're going to recover from this. I really don't. I mean, you look at everything that we got and the one thing they got, it shows very little promise, but there is some, of course. This team is fucked, man. 2-15 is what I've got for them. And the 2 wins that I've got are kind of sneaky wins that I could definitely just see them having. So let me look at their schedule. Ironically, I had them having their 2 wins back to back. It's going to be the best 2 weeks of their life, being weeks 9 and 10, beating the Saints at home and beating the Giants at home for the Panthers for both weeks. That's going to be the biggest high the Carolina Panthers fans have had since going to the Super Bowl, is winning these 2 games in a row. Okay, it's going to be a bad time to be a Panthers fan. That's just the fact of life right now. All right, so if I can get back to my picks, sorry, I'm dealing with everything on my phone here. Next up, I would have the Saints. I wanted to give them the slightest benefit of the doubt, maybe, come out with 9 wins. You know what I mean? Maybe. And then that Chris Olave video came out, and that's all I needed to see. Did you guys see that? You guys know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it.
Jacob, have you seen it?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So Chris Olave was interviewed, and it may have been with Up and Adams. I'm not sure who it was, where they asked him, throughout camp, is there anything that you're seeing that's really giving you the hope and the feeling that, oh, hey, we're going to be good this year? And he just kind of smiles and laughs. He's like, nah, not really. Openly admits it. Saints are dead. Saints are dead. It's done. They're dead. It's done. It's over. Done. I do have them winning 7 games, though. But that I kind of wanted to go and adjust it and drop it down even lower. Chris Olave just told me they're going to be just awful. Then for the second place in the division, kind of disappointed with this one. I wish it was more, but just based on their schedule, it does not work in their favor, and that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have them going 9-8. I really wish they could get 10 or 11 wins, and they very well could. I just don't think the schedule works in their favor. I would love to say that they can go 10 wins, but I'm thinking more of a 9-8. And then first place, Atlanta Falcons, baby. I think Kirk Cousins will be the answer in Atlanta. Genuinely, I do. I have them going 12-5. I really do think Kirk Cousins is going to be that factor that's going to unlock Kyle Pitts, that's going to unlock Drake London, that's going to further help Bijan Robinson be the best that he can be in the backfield. They have some solid defensive pieces. Like, I really do think the Falcons can take it to the next level with Kirk Cousins. I think we're obviously not to the same level where it's an MVP level, but I really think that we can see the same energy that we saw at A-Rod the year they drafted Jordan Love, where he went and became an MVP. Like, I think we can see that same love out of Kirk Cousins this year and just ball out. They've got all the pieces and athletic as fuck tied in with Pitts. Like, I really think the Falcons can be a very strong team this year. Steve agrees. Steve said 11-6. Steve also said 9-8. He said 9-8 for the Saints, 7-10 for the Bucs. So swapped for what I got. And then Panthers 3-13. And then we have a Georgia fan in the chat. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Let's move on. Anyway. But yeah, that's what I've got lined up for the NFC South. How are you guys feeling about it?
So I agree. Carolina Panthers going 2-15. I have their 2 wins. I agree with you that they're going to beat the Giants in week 10. But I have them getting a win in week 2 against the Chargers. I think the Saints are going to go 15-12. Oh, by the way, the Carolina Panthers get the number 1 overall draft pick this coming season, this coming draft. Again. Saints 5-12. I'm not as high on the Falcons because I do not think Kirk Cousins is the answer. I think they need more than just a quarterback in Atlanta, personally speaking. I think their defense is pretty subpar, especially their secondary. I have them going 6-11, and then I have the Bucs with the 3 seed at 11-6.
Interesting.
Baker Mayfield's running wild again this season.
Man, I hope so.
Correct. I have the Carolina Panthers going 1-16 with their only win at Chicago in week 5. That's a joke, by the way.
Okay, I was going to say, what the fuck? What the hell? Shots fired.
You knew exactly what you were talking about, too.
God damn.
No, that is a joke, by the way.
Better be.
I have the Saints going 6-11. I have the Saints going 6-11. 5 of those wins are coming in division. I don't think the Saints' schedule really favors them, and it could be 5-12, like Jacob said. I'm not as high on the Bucs. I think the Bucs' schedule is a little too tough for them to overcome them getting to that double-digit win. I hope I'm wrong because I really like Baker Mayfield. I really like how much he's been able to make a short comeback during this time. I have the Atlanta Falcons winning the division, getting the 3 seed. Guys, the Atlanta Falcons schedule is not that tough. It is probably one of the easiest schedules in the National Football League this year.
Agreed.
And I know last year one of the biggest things we said is you get Atlanta a quarterback, Atlanta's going to go to the next level. They've got that. I have the Atlanta Falcons going 13-4.
Here we go.
Damn.
Here we go. I'm liking the Falcon love right now. I'm liking that.
Hey, those first 3 weeks for the Falcons are going to be tough, though.
Yeah, but after that, it's kind of smooth sailing.
Chiefs, that's pretty tough.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's head to the NFC East. Who wants to kick us off on that one? I already know the answer. It's going to be Jacob because Ricky wants to go last. He already told me that. So, Jacob, floor is yours.
Okay. In last place,
here we go.
The New York Giants at 6-11.
Man, that preseason game told me all that I need to know. 6-11 though?
Yep.
Hold on, what?
6-11.
They have a tough schedule this year. I have them going 2-4 in division.
You're a lot more generous than me, buddy.
At 3, I have the Washington Commanders or the Washington football team or whatever. Washington insert name here. At 8-9. I have the Cowboys with the 7th seed at 9-8. 5-1 in division, by the way. One loss. They're splitting the series with Philadelphia.
Making the fucking playoffs. Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Oh, it's playoffs and then loss.
The fact that you
Don't
have
worry.
them making it, like, what did you do to your playoff predictor to make that fucking happen?
No, let me tell you here. They get a win over the Saints, the Giants, the Steelers, the Falcons, splitting with the Eagles, the Commanders, the Giants. They beat Carolina, and that gives them 9 wins.
I'm more curious about the other divisions of what you got cooking to get them into the playoffs at fucking 9-8 on the 7 seed. We'll get there when we get there, though. I feel like
number one seed though.
I feel like you're gonna be
number
really
one seed,
I feel like you're gonna be really disrespectful to me here in a minute. But anyway, continue.
or not number one seed, number 4 seed, winner of the NFC East. Obviously, the Philadelphia Eagles at 10-7, 3-3 in division.
Okay.
I honestly, the Eagles could get a losing record this year.
It's a tough
I
schedule.
don't know. I'm iffy on the Eagles, talent wise.
I agree.
This division's gonna fucking suck.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty bad. It's gonna be bad this year. It's gonna be real bad.
So going over to me, like I said, you're a lot more generous than I am for the New York Giants. I do not have the Carolina Panthers with the number 1 pick. I have the New York Giants with the number 1 pick. I have the New York Giants with a 1-16 record.
Ooh, boy.
I think this team's gonna be dog shit. Genuinely, I do. That offseason New York Giants thing, that's all I need to see. And then I saw the preseason games, and that's all further nail in the coffin of what all I need to see that know that this team's gonna be dookie. 1-16. The Commanders 2-15. It's gonna be a rough outing for the Commanders this year. The Cowboys I have going 9-8 as well.
Okay, why were you so mad at me then?
Because you had them as like yours played out where they're the damn 7 seed making the damn playoffs. That tells me that you were that tells me you did some shenanigans in other divisions to make that happen.
No. I had nothing to do with that.
Don't lie to me. With you're literally wearing a fucking Cowboys jersey. Don't you fucking lie to me.
He's back.
And then I do have the Eagles coming in first with a 13-4. But man, I can honestly see their floor being like an 8-9. Genuinely, like I really can. I can see the Cowboys getting a couple more wins. I can see the Cowboys getting a couple more losses. Like if we're going floor ceiling here, Eagles, ceiling I think is a 13-4. I think their floor is like an 8-9. Personally,
I could see the winner of this conference going in with the losing record in the playoffs.
Could see that too. I could see that too. So with how mine played out, Eagles are the only team that made the playoffs, and they are the number 2 seed. Should also add that the Falcons are the only team of the South, obviously, and they were the 4 seed for my lineup so far.
All right, boys, get your popcorn ready. Jacob, get your little paper ready. I know you ain't got your board on it, but get your paper ready.
Oh, here we go.
The New York Giants are going to be 2-15. I do have them at a 2-15.
My paper.
Get your paper. You ready for this? I have all 3 teams, Washington, Dallas, and Philadelphia. I have all 3 of them with a 9-8 record.
Wow.
With the tiebreaker, I have the Washington Commanders winning the division this year.
What? Wow. Not what I would have expected.
Gentlemen, one of the things, gentlemen, that we have to do, and I'm telling this to you now, yes, the Cowboys are still going to make the playoffs as a 7 seed because even though I think they're going to be utter garbage, and here's the thing though, guys, Cowboys in general, it's not that I don't think they're just going to be utter garbage. You have so many egos right now trying to get contracts right now that they're going to focus more on their contracts than they're playing football. And that's just the bottom line with it. We have no running back whatsoever. We're not going to have a running game to save our life. Like it's going to be in those 9 wins. It's going to be very, very hard to pull off 9 wins. I could see us going 7-10. That's how bad I think the Cowboys could be this year. And and I hate it because to me, I still feel like regardless of record, regardless of his postseason play, in season Dak is still a very good quarterback in season. He's won 12 games the last 3 years. You still have a great receiver in CeeDee Lamb. You have probably the best, if not one of the best, not the best, but he is one of the best defensive players in the NFL. And Micah Parsons, there's still so many gaps we have right now. And with this could be Zach Martin's final season. We have a few more. It could be their final season. Like it's bad. Like even next year's probably going to look even worse. But when you look at the schedule, and this is the whole thing, I'm not buying that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to win more than 9 games. Not yet. To me, when you have the letdown that you had at the end of last season, and listen, I understand that, you get rid of old players, you bring in some new talent, all this other kind. I get it. They've drafted really well, but I think there's more of a problem with Jalen Hurts than what I think meets the eye. I don't think Jalen Hurts. I think the hype for Jalen Hurts has completely fallen off with this group, and I could tell at the end of last season it was really, really bad. But if you look at Washington's schedule, Washington does not have that tough of a schedule, and they could very. Now I went 9-8, but just looking at their schedule, they could win 10 or 11 games with this schedule. It's not that hard of a schedule. It's really not. And if I recall last year, they split with Philly last year. They could not beat Dallas last year, but I do have them splitting with Dallas this year. And then, of course, I have them sweeping the Giants. Just about everybody sweeping the Giants this year. It's not even going to be close. And so yes, and to answer, for us to answer your question, Alex, especially for me to answer your question, we will have to get deeper into why I think the Cowboys will get that 7th seed, because I think there's only one division that's going to be super, super competitive this year above everybody else, and I think the rest of them are just going to be there to just play football. And so that's just what I've got. I have the Washington Commanders, Washington, Dallas, and Philly all tied at 9-8, with Washington getting the 4th seed and the division win over both of them as far as tiebreaker goes.
All right, so let me follow up on some chat stuff here. So let me just follow up on a couple things. I guess I gotta go over here because it won't scroll on OBS for whatever reason. So just shouting out Steve's picks. He said Giants 4-13, Commanders 6-11, Cowboys 9-8, Eagles 13-4. So I'm glad we're all on the same page with the Cowboys here. All right, but let's go beyond this. This is why I was laughing the whole time. Chad said that sounds like a Tyler take. Steve said, and on that note, I'm out. Ricky Dunn lost his mind, and Chad said 100%. That sounds like a Tyler take took me out.
Now listen, I want you guys to also understand, Jalen Daniels is a rookie quarterback.
Yep.
There's not much film on him. I think Jalen Daniels is going to be a decent football player. I don't think he's going to be like a Hall of Famer, great type football player. I think he has a potential. I'm just telling you guys, he has the surrounding pieces. Their defense wasn't completely pathetic last year. They do need some work on offensive line. They need some work on receivers, but I think he has just enough. And remember, this is the same group. They upset a few teams last year. So I'm just telling you guys, I think this team's going to be a lot better than what meets the eye.
I'm just okay. Few takeaways from your predictions. One, I'm pissed the fact that they just are kicking Sam Howell to the curb.
That's unfortunate.
I agree.
That's unfortunate.
That man needs to go somewhere else, because I think he's NFL talent.
I think he's in Seattle, isn't he?
Is he now?
I think he's in Seattle.
I thought he was still under rookie contract.
Nah, they traded him. I'm pretty sure he's in Seattle.
Behind Geno, right?
Yep, which is honestly potentially a great thing for him, because I think the Seahawks are going to underperform, which could mean Sam could get some playing time.
Yeah. Another thing. Yes, we have a lot of prima donnas on our team that are wanting money. But I think one person that does deserve the money is CD.
Yep.
I really, 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 really hate our owner so much. I would never wish death on anybody, but I wish he would go to a retirement home and never be seen again.
So, but here's the thing, Jacob, and this is kind of where you and I could go push and shove, even with the owner, the owner situation. If you look at their roster, and I know that you were out whenever I brought this up last year. There's a lot of contracts besides those three who's going to be up after this year and next year. There's a lot that they have to pay. When you're taking a quarterback, a receiver, and one of the best defensive players in football, you're looking at a combined $100 million on a $400 million salary. And there are still well over 50 players that you have to pay that $300 million to, which only averages up to about $6 million per player. And when you're talking about position by position, offensive lineman, What is a great offensive lineman getting paid these days in the NFL? About $20 million. That's some of the best ones are getting paid. So if anything, it's the market. The market in general has completely changed compared to what it used to be. This is not, this isn't 1999 where you can get away with certain stuff anymore, especially because the market is so high. I will say this much. This is one reason why I said they need to let Dak walk. You can go get a quarterback, even if it's Sam Howell. Let's say for giggles they get Sam Howell. Okay, I'm making a point here.
I like it. I like the point.
Sam Howell, you could pay him $20-25 million, and you would have enough to pay Micah Parsons. You would have enough to pay CeeDee Lamb. That's $30 more million that you're going to have by not paying a quarterback so much. And I understand the quarterback market. I get it. But until the NFL owners and the commissioner get together and say, okay, we understand that the quarterback position right now is breaking your banks, because that's what they're doing. They're breaking the bank. We have players like Trevor Lawrence. No offense to Trevor Lawrence. I'm a huge fan of Trevor Lawrence. Always have been. But there's nothing in their right mind who says he needs to be paid $55 million a year.
Facts. And I'm a Jags fan.
And listen, I love Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's been to a Super Bowl. I think he's going to do wonders for the Bengals. You don't need to pay him $55 million out of a rookie contract. That's just he's coming out of a rookie contract. You don't need to pay him $55 million. I'm just telling you, the quarterbacks are breaking this entire deal. And when you have players like CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, I'm trying to think of others who I could think who have Christian McCaffrey, these guys who have reset the market on some of these positions that you're used to not paying near as much on, it becomes a problem. And that's why in Jerry's world right now, we've drafted very, very well. We've drafted very, sorry, that was my dog. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Anyways, we've drafted very, very well. That's becoming the issue now, because now you have to pay these players, and we can't afford all these players. That's the situation that we're in right now, and it's just unfortunate. And it looks like, I'm telling you, we got to cut ties with Dak Prescott. If we don't cut ties with Dak Prescott, we're screwed for the next 5 years. Completely screwed.
Yeah, I think, I mean, you make a good point. You make a bunch of good points, including, Jerry, go get Sam Howell, please. Please.
Yes. Sam Howell for the Cowboys. Yeah.
Trey Lance has been shit in the preseason. He's so fucking bad.
Who was it that said you got Trey Lance? Was it last week? Was that you or was that Alex?
Was that Tyler?
I think
It might
it
have
was
been Tyler. It might have been Tyler.
That sounds like a Tyler take to me.
Yeah,
That's
that sounds like something
sure.
Tyler would say.
No, but I totally agree with you. I think that with the markets being reset consistently, salary cap needs to go up across the board.
It went up to $400 million, but the thing is, it's not enough, because now, like I said, when you're paying quarterbacks $50 million a year, it's 56 other. What's this? It's a 59 roster, right? 59 on the roster.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, that's 58 players that you have to divide $350 million up to. It's almost impossible to do. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. It's just improbable. Like there's just no way, unless you're like the Kansas City Chiefs, where you could talk some of these players into taking pay cuts. That's why Patrick Mahomes isn't getting paid $50+ million. He wants to win championships.
Big facts on that. He's taking the Tom Brady approach on that. No, I mean, when it comes to the salary cap question, I feel like it's always been a thing where it's like QBs need to be in like their own little salary cap. QBs need to be in like their own little thing, not, completely separated from everyone else, which I totally agree. Now, how you regulate like how much they get paid per team, like how much team has to spend, I guess that's a different conversation, because if they're their own salary cap, then couldn't all teams in theory pay QBs the same amount of money, right? But it's also like, well, you have a set amount of money for quarterbacks to fill out your entire quarterback room. So it's just like, okay, well, how much do you want to fill out this? Plus, it's always good to have a nice backup or whatever. So there's a lot of hoops to jump over whenever it comes to that conversation, but I think it's an important conversation to have personally. But will it ever happen though? That's going to be the question. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. I think it needs to happen, but I don't know if it ever will.
Yeah, it definitely needs to happen. But I mean, it just like I said, I don't think Jerry has much longer. I think eventually he's going to give it to his son and let his son take over.
Needs to.
I know he's desperate for a Super Bowl, but at this point,
he can still enjoy one in retirement. What are we doing?
Yeah, exactly. And it just he has the money to retire. I agree with Jacob. I think he just needs to retire.
Like, I mean, what are we doing? He can still very easily, enjoy retirement, and enjoy a Super Bowl with the team. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be so straightforward. You know what I mean? But I guess whatever, right? Taco potato pizza. Tyler, what the hell are you on about? I just look over and that's the first thing that you see in chat is taco potato pizza. I was kind of distracted, I ain't gonna lie. So the mobile version of Playoff Predictor, which is where all my picks are, is aggressively fucking up for me. So I'm trying to get all my picks over to the desktop version so I can swap between stuff. So that's what I've been doing for the past couple minutes. So while I continue to do this, hey, Ricky, are you up for a challenge here today, my friend?
All right, what we got?
I want you to shout out Rogue Energy for me. Go for it, buddy.
Gosh,
here we go.
I don't even know all the flavors of Rogue Energy.
You don't have to. Just shout it out, buddy. Let's go.
Shout out to Rogue Energy. Sorry, Rogue. I need to order some flavors so I can actually try Rogue Energy. And I apologize to our sponsors because I was working for Pepsi for so long. Usually Rockstar is my go-to for energy drink, but I need to try you guys. But you guys keep mentioning all these flavors that we have. I'm not trying the cotton candy flavor. Y'all can kiss my butt on that one. I'm sorry. I love you guys, but I'm not trying the cotton candy flavor. Give me something that's good, that's refreshing, and all that good stuff. But hey, you know what? Shout out to Rogue Energy. They are our sponsors. Go get some right now. I don't know if it's what's on sale or nothing like that. Y'all just do what you got to do.
And use the referral link down below and promo code Sparky3 to get 10% off your order.
That's what I meant to say.
You did a great job, Ricky. I don't know where Jacob went. I think Jacob went in my...
Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, I know. I'm still trying to update my picks here, so they're all accurate with what I had over here and what I've got over here as well. So, Ricky, if you want to go on a tangent, you got about 2 minutes to go on a tangent. If you want to go on a tangent, this is your chance. The floor is yours.
Why would I want to go on a tangent? Today was a great day. Today was a great day.
Your name is Ricky. You can come up with a tangent.
I mean, what other tangent do I need to come up with? It's like remember, it's supposed to be this calm Ricky, the one that doesn't go on this temper tantrum or or anything like that. I mean, you could
that went out the door very quickly last week. Let's be honest.
Do what now?
That went out the door very quickly last week. Let's be honest here.
That's because you guys went on some stupid rant and basically misheard what I was trying to say. Okay, that's not my fault. And like I said before, the world, we just need to take a step back and relax and stop getting offensive over every damn thing people say. Do y'all realize how stupid people sound sometimes? I'm serious. Like they'll get upset for the dumbest reasons. And then you have people taking up for other people that have nothing to do with them. I'm telling y'all, this world makes no sense whatsoever. We've got to get back to loving everybody. Everybody love everybody, just like in the movie, Semi-Pro.
Love is love, man. Love is love. All right,
It is.
I think my picks are. I have one more team to fact check and adjust appropriately. And we are good to continue. So that way I have everything on the computer. Look, it's a terrible football show. All right. We're so bad that we almost got sued. Legitimately, we almost got sued. That's a true story. Maybe one day down the line, we can share the full element of that story. Maybe one day. But today is not that day. But we did, in fact, almost get sued. That's a true story. I need to remember to always shout that out at the beginning of the show. All right, we are a go. I need to remember to shout that out at the beginning of the show every single week. Once we start getting back to scripts starting next week, I think next week or the week after, we'll start getting back to scripts. So we're back to normal business, It's going to be at the top of the script every single week. Like, shout out, we almost got sued, because that's our bread and butter now. That's why we have hand-drawn thumbnails, is because we almost got sued over something. Legitimately, it did in fact happen. There's a lot happening in chat. Let me kind of follow up. I got to look over here. Let me just bring this whole thing over here. I'm gonna bring this whole thing right over here for me so I can read it better. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. There's a lot to catch up on. Let's see, how far back do we need to go? Go all the way back to here. Steve said that Micah was going to be a Chief next year. How do you feel about that, buddy?
He still has one more year left after this year on his rookie contract, so I don't think he'll be a Chief. 2 years, I could see 2 years. Because I think they'll be able to pay him. Travis Kelce will probably be retired by then. I'm trying to think of some of the defensive players they have with contracts coming up, but I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Well, they just did a small contract to Chris Jones, but he's kind of nearing the point where he's about to dip.
Yeah, if
when
they
I say
end up,
small
if they end up
contract,
letting,
I mean years, not money.
Yeah, if they end up letting Michael walk, I could possibly see that happen. They won't trade for him, but that's the only way I think Micah becomes a Chief is if they let him walk.
Chad asked, Jacob's a Cowboy and OSU fan. That is correct. He is he is double dipping into shittery there. Then he said that he thinks Micah is going to end up going to Philly. I could see that. That'd be some shenanigans that could happen to you guys.
He's not going to Philly. And also, it's actually it's worse for me because I'm a Razorback and Cowboys fan. So there you go. It's way worse for me.
You are a trademark Arkansan, my friend.
I'm telling y'all, man. My pain, man. It's my pain.
Just like it'll be your pain when the Cowboys get Shadur Sanders, like Chad said.
Hey, I think they're setting up for it.
I think they are too.
But then again, if he's projected to be the number 1 seed, we better tank this year. The number 1 draft pick.
Let's see. Garbage QBs getting $50+ million a year with no proving anything ridiculous. Big agree. I mean, that's just the state that we're in of football. Then we got a new guy in chat for the first time ever. We got Jim NFL 7 said, "You wish maybe in 2025, but the Bears 6-10." My friend, I think you will be sorely mistaken and surprised. I think you will, and we will see. You guys got to keep in mind, we're about to talk about the NFC North. This is a good football team, all right? I mean, you look at what we accomplished last year. This is not a bad football team. It's not. I mean, we would have been in the playoffs if it wasn't for 3 stupid historical losses that should not have happened. This team has all the pieces. Now, I do agree the floor can be like a 6-10, or I guess it'd be 6-11, wouldn't it? Yeah, 6-11. I totally agree 6-11 can be the floor, but I think the schedule favors the Bears. And I think the Bears have a pretty solid setup going on. QB should be a percentage-based cap hit. That's a fair point. And then again, taco, potato, pizza. I'm not sure, Tyler. What are we doing, buddy? Like what are we doing? Who is your first QBs in the draft? Talking about next year? Apparently, it's gonna be Curtis Rourke out of Indiana. Not seriously, but that's ironically enough, that's a conversation that's happening right now. Ricky, Russell Wilson's gonna be the Cowboys starter in 2025. Get ready, boys.
I will not be a Cowboys fan if he ever comes and be our starter ever.
I'm
done.
Don't lie. Yeah, you would.
No, I'm done. I'm with Jacob.
I will buy you the Russell
you
Wilson
will have
jersey.
2 less. I will become strictly a Bengals fan.
Damn it.
No. I am not going to be a fan of a Caleb Williams led team ever.
Come on, man. I jumped on the Ohio State bandwagon with you.
That's because Ohio State's
Yeah, and I jump on the Gardner Minshew bandwagon with you.
All right, respect. All right, let's go to the NFC North, boys. Let's start running through this. All right, so I'll go last for this. This is my division here. Let's do it. All right, boys, let's go around the room. What do we got? What's going on? What's popping?
I can go.
All right,
go.
Popping. Let's pop.
I had to redo this division.
Okay.
Because of the JJ McCarthy stuff.
Okay.
I did have them winning 6 games. I now have them winning 3.
Okay.
Their wins coming against the Colts in week 9, Jaguars in week 10, and the Titans in week 11.
Could see that.
and then they get smacked by the Bears, and they get brought back down to earth. With the 6th seed in the playoffs, I have the 10-7 Chicago Bears.
Yes, go. Let's go.
I will say, before I redid all of this, I had them getting into the playoffs with an 8-9 record.
Man, your predictions before were interesting.
It all changed with the JJ McCarthy injury. It literally did. With the 5th seed, the 13-3, 4-1 in division, Detroit Lions. With the number 1 seed in the NFC, the 13-3, 4-1 in division, Green Bay Packers.
5-1, you mean?
4-1.
In
Should be
division?
5.
Yeah, it should be 5.
There should be 6. There should be 6 altogether.
Did I mess up?
Did you miss a game? What'd you say the record was?
I sure did miss a game.
Okay.
Because I was, give me a second. Hold on.
Fact check it on the spot.
Week 14, Green Bay going to Detroit. They split.
All right, there you go.
All right, well, that just changed everything.
Jacob.
It didn't change everything, but it changed the top 2 teams. Okay, so the Packers are now relegated to the 5th seed at 13-4, and the Detroit Lions are now the number 1 seed in the NFC.
There you go.
Oops.
Yep.
All right, my turn.
Yep.
Sure.
Last in the division, the Chicago Bears, 0-17.
Stop.
Hell yeah.
Stop. If we go 0-17, I'm canceling ATFS permanently. You guys can pick up the
Write
IP
it down.
yourselves.
Write it down, Jacob.
I'm canceling ATFS.
I don't want to write that one
ATFS
down.
is
I'm
done.
kidding.
I'm canceling it. ATSN, I will deactivate the channel already. You know, I'll delete every ATFS piece of content that's ever been created. It'll be gone. It'll just be a little blip in our memory.
You guys are at least guaranteed the win against Carolina.
I will delete ATFS.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, wait, you guys
All
play
right.
the Titans too week 1, so there's 2 wins. There you go.
I fucking hate you.
All right, here we go. All right. For the serious talk, I was on the bandwagon for the Vikings. I had them going last in division anyway, but I actually had them going 9-8 before McCarthy went down. I have them going 5-12, but I think their bottom is 2 wins, honestly. I have the 6th seed of Chicago Bears coming in at 12-5. I have the 5th seed of Lions coming in at 13-4. And the number 2 seed in the NFC, Green Bay Packers going 14-3. I have all of them splitting with each other in division. Each of them going 4-2, except for the Vikings. I have them going 0-6.
Okay. All right. You know, I thank you for your respectable takes, both of you. I think they're very respectable. Me for the Vikings, I've got them going 4-13, 0-6 in the division. I was not on the Vikings bandwagon with JJ. I did have them winning more games, sure. I think I had them going 8-9 originally, around that ballpark. As soon as he got hurt, I immediately changed it. Like, even before I knew it was season ending, I was like, that doesn't sound good. Let's go ahead and bump this down. Like, I don't see this ending well. I definitely can see some more wins happening, though. I do. You know, Kevin O'Connell, I mean, he's got a good system, and Sam Darnold can potentially just be a system guy. They're not going to go to the playoffs. They're not going to have a lot of game wins, you know, but they do have Justin Jefferson. As long as he's healthy, he alone can help drive some wins. But I'm still calling for that 4-13. Chicago Bears coming in third with that 10-7 record, baby. Again, I said at the top of the show, I'm going to manifest what Foxy did with the Lions, 10-7 in a playoff game. I'm going to do the same damn thing until it happens. 10-7, 7th seed in the NFC, going to the playoffs. Let's get it.
How do you have them going in the division?
3-3.
Okay, that's what I have them going.
Yeah, I have them going 3-3. So as the residential Chicago Bears fan, let me look at their schedule. I think their schedule favors them in a lot of ways. There are some tough games on here, and those tough games, I can definitely have them losing. There's a couple games on here that, in my mind, I don't think we should lose. That we could lose. Like I've got us losing to the Cardinals in Week 9. I think the Cardinals are going to be a solid team this year. Let me stress that they're not going to be a playoff team, but they're not going to be like one of the worst teams in the league. Week 3, I think, is honestly a toss-up. I think the Colts can be deadly. I do have the Bears winning that game. I have the Bears losing against the Texans, losing against the Rams. I think we could potentially beat the Rams. Losing against the Packers and beating the Packers at the end of the year. So basically, they're going to beat us at home, but we're going to beat them at home. Losing 2-0 to Detroit. I think Detroit runs this division still. Until proven otherwise, it's kind of like what we said with the Chiefs. Until proven otherwise, they're Super Bowl favorite. I think this Lions team, I just think they reloaded, and I think they're still ready to go. I think this is still a great football team. In my mind, they are kings of the North. And I think us getting 2-0 by them, I think is totally fair. Obviously 2-0ing the Vikings, and then winning the games that we're supposed to win, like beating, the Commanders, beating the Patriots, beating the Panthers. I think in London, I think we will beat the Jaguars. It's going to be a very fun matchup for me. Looking forward to that. Losing to the 49ers, that one I feel like is pretty straightforward. If we beat the 49ers, I'll shit my pants on stream. But I think 10-7.
Can I write that one down?
You can write that down, yeah. I'll have to muster up the ability to shit myself because it's like a mental block where you just can't use the bathroom on yourself, no matter how hard you try. But I'll do my best for content. I think the Bears legitimately can have a ceiling of like a 12-5. Legitimately, I really do. Now I can see a floor of 8-9. I mean, I can totally see that 100%. I'm not going to be oblivious to that. But man, guys, it's like, look, this is a good football team, man. This defense is really good. I think this defense is going to be a top 5, top 10 defense in the league this year. I'm telling you right now as it is, this is a really good team. This is the best receiving core in the NFL. Point blank. This is the best trio in the NFL. Like, until someone else proves me otherwise, this is the best trio. Like, I can't see another team that has a better trio than these guys. As long DeAndre Swift, man, as long as he plays anywhere like he's played before, we'll be fine on the run game. Run game is an area where we struggled last year, even though stats say otherwise. Stats said that we were a good running team, but those came in bursts. Those did not come across consistency is the issue. I think we'll have more consistency in that regard. Man, I think it's a good time to be a Chicago Bears fan. Second place, I got the Packers with 11-6, being the 6th seed in the NFC, and the Lions winning the division with a 13-4 record, being the 3 seed of the NFC. Because the Eagles actually ended up being the 2nd seed, which I'm not a big fan of, but that's how it played out for me with all my picks. So that's what I've got from the NFC North. I mean, I definitely see some of this get kind of flipped a little bit. I can see the Packers win the division as much as it's going to kill me on the inside, but it is what it is. But I still think the Lions are the kings of the North. That's where I'm going with. I'm telling you, 10-7 in a playoff win. Chicago Bears, they're going to beat the Eagles in the playoffs, and then we're probably going to lose round 2. But we're going to beat the Eagles and get revenge of the double doink. It's going to be the monkey off the back. It's going to be the monkey off the back, boys.
What if it's a double doink in to the goal? Like, it's actually made.
Then we are officially cured of that situation, and that will probably be one of the greatest moments in Chicago Bears history. Top 5. Top 5. Build Caleb Williams a statue in Chicago. But anyway, so no, I think the NFC North is going to be a very competitive division. Because for me, I got 3 damn teams making the playoffs. I mean, I can't say that for any other division across football. Like, looking at all my predictions across the board, I can't say that for anybody else. Oh, just realized I missed that.
I can. I have the AFC South having 3 teams into the playoffs.
Oh, I mean, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Texans, Jags, and Colts. I'm high on your Jags, man.
Man,
I'm high on the Jags, not high on the Bears.
See, I'm low on the Jags. I'm low on the Jags. Yeah, no.
That's insane for me to think that you were like that.
Yeah, no, I am low on the Jags right now, man. But I'm very, very high on the Chicago Bears this year. I'm telling you, 10-7 in a playoff win, baby. 10-7 playoff win. We're gonna have our first 4,000-yard QB passer in Chicago Bears history, and that monkey will be off our back too.
You got some high hopes going into this season, man.
Oh yeah.
I feel for you as a person who has had high hopes many, many, many years on both levels of football. I feel for you.
Look, I'm always prepared for disappointment. Let me make that clear.
Also, this is just an illusion.
Yeah.
A temporary illusion.
Look, I haven't had hope for many years, okay? So I'm relishing it. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time right now. So, yeah, I got some high hopes. I do. Really, will he get 4,000 yards this year? Nah, I don't think so. I think he will have a good year though. And my old boss, shout out to him. He asked me, he's like, "Well, what would I do? How would I feel if Caleb goes out and just like lays an egg and throws like, and just throws a shit ton of picks this year?" I'm just like, well, remember, your guy Peyton Manning threw a record interceptions as a rookie, and he's like, "Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?" I'm like, yeah. So it's like, Caleb can go out and throw 30 interceptions, right? But as long as we see the potential there, I'm good. If it's a total nuke, then yeah, different story. But if we pull a Jameis Winston and we do 30 and 30, all right, I see potential. Don't give me that look. Jameis Winston was blind. He couldn't see.
He was eating those dubs, man. He was literally eating those dubs.
He was eating some dubs. And unfortunately, the team needed to eat the dubs, but he ate the dubs instead, and then the team didn't get the dubs.
It's because he ate too much of the dubs. He didn't share.
He ate too many crab legs too. Yeah. All right, let's head over to the NFC West. Who wants to kick it off?
I can do it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ricky. After you, sir.
Come on, Rick.
All right. So even though I do have Arizona being a much improved team this year, I still don't think they're going to get over that hump. I also think the Seahawks are going to have a down year this year. I do not have them doing as well either. I have both of them going 6-11, 2-4 in the division. The Rams was very, very hard for me. I think a lot of it is just because there's so many unknowns about the Rams this year. I do think that this year could be the potential. Last year we see Matt Stafford, whether he retires or whether he goes elsewhere. I think this could be it for Matt Stafford. I have the Rams going 8-9 with a 2-4 division record, and then I have the 49ers going 14-3, going undefeated in the division.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. You and I are on different spectrums, my friend.
So if
He's
you
got
look
the
at
fucking Cardinals with a winning record, don't you?
No, I said the Cardinals are
yes.
6-11.
No, I'm talking about Alex.
I do have the Cardinals
Okay.
with a winning record. Yeah.
Yeah, you're on crack. But anyways,
I don't think I am.
So here's the thing, Alex. When it comes to the Rams, their first 5 games are against besides the Cardinals, really, really good football teams. They have to go on the road to Detroit. That's going to be a loss. They're going on the road to Arizona. I think Arizona's going to be a much more improved team this year. I have that as a loss. They're at home against the 49ers. Their defense is not going to be able to line up with their offense, and their offense isn't going to be able to do much against their defense. Loss. They go to Chicago in week 4. Loss. They have a game against Green Bay at home. At home, they do have a game against Green Bay. Green Bay is way better than them right now. Loss. I have them beating the Raiders. I have them beating the Falcons. I have them losing at Seattle. That's always one of those iffies for them. I have them losing at home against the Dolphins. I have them beating a crappy New England team. I have them beating Philly, because it's a home game. I have them beating the Saints on the road. I have them beating the Bills at home. They're going to lose to San Francisco and the Jets on the road, and they'll close out the year beating Arizona and Seattle. This is a very, very difficult schedule. And I'm telling you, if they start 0-5 like I'm predicting, that's going to be very, very hard to overcome. It's a very tough schedule for the Rams, which is a reason why I had the Cowboys making the playoffs, was because their schedule is just so hard.
So, Jacob, let me ask you a question. With your NFC West picks, are they about in line with Ricky's, or are they on the opposite spectrum? I'm trying to figure out who needs to go next.
They're in line with Ricky's.
All right, then you go next. I'll go last.
Yeah. Okay. I have the Seattle Seahawks, 6-11. Cardinals, 7-10. Ricky, I'm right there with you with the Rams. I think that they could squeak into a playoff spot, but it's really going to come down to those final 6 games. Their whole season rides with those final 6 games. And in those final 6 games, I have them going 5-1. I have their only loss in the last final 6 games being San Francisco.
I'm the same. What with the exception of the Jets, I do not have them beating the Jets on the road.
I have them beating the Jets because I think that the Jets are just so up in the air right now that I don't know if they're going to win or lose anymore.
That's fair.
So I have them going 8-9. And then I have the 49ers 13-4, 6-0 in division. Number 2 seed. Losing to the Chiefs, the Packers, the Dolphins, and the Lions.
Okay.
All right, now let's hear your fucking Cardinals winning the division, number 1 seed.
All right, so I got to be honest with you boys. I think the Cardinals going to be really good this year. I got them going 17-0. I mean, I don't know what you guys see that I don't. I mean, like, this is a 17-0 team, baby. Super Bowl champions. No. All right, so kicking things off with Seattle. I do think this is going to be potentially a tough year. New regime. I know, Pete's still there in some capacity, but we do have a new regime going on. Geno's had a nice resurgence, man. All the respect in the world, tip of the cap. But I don't think we're going to see a superstar Geno. I think, that resurgence is going to be a short-lived thing. I think Sam was going to get some reps this year. I think they still have a solid running game with Kenneth Walker, sure. But it's gonna be a rough outing, man. It is. It's gonna be a tough outing for in multiple days in the office of the Seahawks. I have them going 3-14. Steve is on the opposite spectrum. Steve said in chat 10-7. That is the opposite spectrum of me. Steve said 5-12 Cardinals, 10-7 Seahawks, Rams 11-6, and 49ers 13-4. Complete opposite spectrum in that regard. But I've got the Seahawks 3-14. I do have Cardinals in 3rd place in the division with a winning record, but barely. They are 9-8, so don't freak out. It's not over. It's not the end of the world. Them being 9-8. I will say a 9-8 record I think is their ceiling. So I'm going for the ceiling for them. I think their floor, I think it's like a 5-win team. I do. But I think this team's got some good pieces, man. And if Kyler can stay healthy, that alone I think is going to take this team to another level. I really do. Now, granted, again, are they going to be a playoff team? No. They are 10th in the NFC with their 9-8. Man, with the Rams, I'm not on the same boat with you guys. I'm not. I think this Rams team is going to be a good football team. I know losing Aaron Donald's going to be a hit. As long as the offense can stay healthy, dude, I think this team's going to rock. And I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to go off the assumption that this is going to be a healthy football team, right? Like, we're going into a new year, okay? Unless we know something for sure is happening, we're going off the assumption teams are going to be healthy. You know what I mean? Unless we're already told. I'm going off the assumption this offense is going to stay healthy. While the defense has questions in a couple spots here or there, minus maybe like the secondary, whatever, the front 7, losing Aaron Donald's a massive hit, sure. I got this team going 12-5. All right. I am high on this offense. I'm high on Matt Stafford. I'm high on Puka. I'm high on Cooper Kupp. I'm high on Williams. I'm high on this offense. Like, this team, this is a good football team. If the defense can do just enough, do what they got to do. They got a great secondary. Can the Rams lose more games? Absolutely. This can be an 8-9 team. All right. Let me stress that. The start of this year is rough, like Ricky's saying. I don't have the same prediction as Ricky to start the year. I have the first 5 weeks before their bye. I have them going 3-2. I believe in this team. I believe in this offense. I believe the team's going to be healthy and come out swinging, right? That is my personal opinion. And with that 12-5, they are the 5th seed in the NFC. So shout out to that. And then number 1, of course, the 49ers. I have them going 15-2, being the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Here's a question.
Here's an answer.
Is Andrew Whitworth, he retired, right? He's no longer with the Rams, correct?
His spirit's there.
Oh my gosh.
Matthew Stafford is going to implode. Because he is not going to have the protection that he once had.
He'll be all right. They're gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Who is their running back, by the way?
Kieran Williams. Don't hold on. Don't say crap. He was one of the best running backs last year. You're out of your goddamn mind.
Hang on. You caught the tail end of what I said, Alex. I said you're full of crap.
Oh, I thought you said he's crap. Your mic cut out.
No. I know he's not crap. Hey, I know my shit. All right, I know.
I was about to say, what are you smoking? I want what you smoking today, Ricky.
And I'll be honest with you. Their offensive line currently right now, even through the preseason, they're not staying healthy. Most of them are listed as questionable. And that's scary considering we're only 2 weeks away.
Hey, they'll figure it out. Super Bowl champions incoming. Los Angeles Rams.
They got tough defenses to come up with the first 5 weeks.
Super Bowl champions, baby.
0-5 the first 5 weeks.
I wouldn't go 0-5. I wouldn't go that far.
5-0
maybe. Yeah, flip it around. Flip it around. 5-0.
I have them starting 0-6.
No, look.
And then winning against the Vikings.
Listen. Full transparency. I look. I totally hear you guys' argument on like how they can go, and I totally agree. I mean, like realistically, I can 100% see a 1-5 start with them only beating the Cardinals, but I can also see what I said with a 3-2 of losing to the Packers and losing to the Lions. I can see a 2-3 and throwing the Bears in there because that Bears have again a good defense, like you guys just said. I am saying that they're going to get the upset against the 49ers because let's be honest, I understand they're the 49ers, but the 49ers always like to lose fucking random ass games. They should not lose. You cannot argue with me on that. That is the 49ers MO every damn year. They lose games they are not supposed to lose. The 49, I have them going 15-2. That 49ers team can end up being like a 14 win team, 13 win team because they lose games they should not fucking lose. So yeah,
actually the Rams might start out 1-5.
It's possible. It's totally possible. I got them going 3-2 to start.
I think they'll lose the first 3.
Very possible. I'm not going to disagree that the possibility. I'm just saying that I believe in this team. I believe in the offense. I believe in Sean. I believe in Stafford. I think the offense is going to carry the job there. I think we're going to see a good offense. I really do. I believe in the Rams. 12-5 with a floor of like 8-9.
5 to start the year.
5-0, you mean? Flip it. Yeah, flip it.
No.
Yeah, flip it.
No.
Flip it. Yeah.
0-6.
I'm not.
0-7. They'll lose the bye week.
Totally possible. I'm not going to write it off. It's totally possible. If Stafford goes down, it's done. Stetson Bennett will not lead this team to shit. Stetson Bennett's going to retire. Stetson Bennett's going to retire 3 weeks. He's like, but I can't do this anymore. I can't do this.
How long is Garoppolo suspended for? 6?
Shit, he's suspended. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, he's suspended.
I didn't even know that.
Garoppolo? Are you serious?
I didn't even know that. Thank you, Steve. Steve said, I think the Rams are the dark horse doing the NFC. This man's got taste. You two don't. You're Cowboys fans. Of course you wouldn't have taste. Puh. Jesus Christ. 5-0. Flip it. Flip it, baby. Flip it. Let's see.
It's 2-game suspension for violating the NFL's performance-enhancing substances policy.
That's funny. Also, shout out to Kirito in chat. Kirito said, my top 5 NFC teams are Philadelphia, Green Bay, San Fran, Detroit, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I respect that take. His dark horse. I don't know if I can respect this take, buddy. I don't know if I can respect this take. His dark horse is the New Orleans Saints. Look, man. Hey, thanks for always showing up at the show, but I don't know if I can get on board with that one, man. I don't know if you saw Chris Olave's video, Kirito, but if you haven't seen Chris Olave's video, you need to go watch it. That's all I need to know about the team, buddy. That is all I need to know about the team.
He must be a Saints fan.
I don't know who he's an NFL fan is. He's told us before, but I don't remember. I don't think it was the Saints though. He's told us before. I know he's a Bama fan in college. I can't remember who he's an NFL fan for. I know he's told us before. Who are you a fan of? Tell me. But Steve said if their defense keeps it close, Stafford will win the shootout. I can agree to that. That's my take on the Rams. I can agree to that 100%.
He's got the weapons.
He does have the weapons.
He does not have the protection.
He has
Nope.
Andrew Whitworth's spirit.
He doesn't have
It's
the
just going to be
defense.
bear hugging the entire offensive line. Like, we got this, boys. Like, rally up. Let's go.
They're missing their pop. Man, there was a lot of good old offensive line talent that retired.
True.
That's insane. I'm just now realizing that. All the dads of the offensive lines.
Yep.
They're all the old men.
True. You just had to disrespect me, didn't you? You came in here, you're in here almost every week, and I appreciate you for that. But man, you just had to come in and disrespect me. You tried to make it a little bit easier for me by saying I'm not an NFL fan, more of a players guy. I respect that. But then you just had to just give that one last little hit there at the end, didn't you? Curto over here said if he had to pick, he'd pick the Green Bay Packers. You just had to really punch me in the face on that one, didn't you, buddy? Appreciate that.
When you have the greatest tight end that's ever going to play the game, when he retires and Tucker Kraft, that's what happens. I'm just saying.
He did just say he's a players guy. So you know what? That's fair.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. So, okay. So that's all of our NFC predictions. We've gone through the AFC. Do you guys still have like your full predictions up?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just do a general recap. So AFC for me, number 1 seed, Baltimore Ravens. Number 2 seed, the Los Angeles Chargers. Number 3 seed, the Houston Texans. 4 seed, Miami Dolphins. 5 seed, Cincinnati Bengals. 6 seed, Kansas City Chiefs. And 7 seed, New York Jets. For NFC side, number 1, 49ers. Number 2, Eagles. 3, the Lions. 4, the Falcons. 5, the Rams. 6, the Packers. And 7, the Bears. Bear down.
All right. Let me pull this back up. Hang on a second. All right, so this is what I have in the AFC. I've got the Texans, number 1. I've got the Ravens, 2. The Jets, 3. Chiefs, 4. Dolphins, 5. Bengals, 6. Browns, 7. On the NFC side, I have San Francisco, 1. Green Bay, 2. Atlanta, 3. Commanders, 4. Detroit, 5. Chicago, 6. Cowboys, 7.
Fucking Commanders, the 4 seed.
They won the division. They're winning the division, man. They're winning the division.
That sounds like a
why
Tyler
they're the
take.
4 seed.
That sounds like a Tyler take.
Okay. The AFC, number 1, the Texans, 14-3. Number 2, the Bengals, 14-3. Number 3, the Chiefs, 11-6. 4, Dolphins, 10-7. 5, Jaguars, 13-4. 6, Ravens, 13-4. 7, Colts, 11-6. NFC side, 1, the Lions, 14-3. 2, the 49ers, 13-3. Or, my bad, 12-5. Calm. Number 3, the Buccaneers at 11-6. The 4, Eagles, 10-7. 5, Green Bay, 13-4. 6, Bears, 10-7. 7, Cowboys, 9-8.
Can't believe we got the Cowboys in.
I can't believe Ricky has the fucking
Commanders. Oh, geez. Also, follow up. Kirito, respect. I'm down for that. I can respect that. He said, to be honest, my first NFL jersey was the Green Bay Packers Aaron Rodgers jersey when he won the Super Bowl. My mom had to go to Wisconsin to get lung treatment, so those 2 reasons why I'm a Packers guy. I respect that. That's fine.
That's respect.
Yeah, no big deal. No, I'm just giving you a hard time. Respect. I respect that. I'm down. Also, I didn't shout out earlier because, we were in prediction talk, football talk, but he also shouted out earlier that he got a Team USA LeBron James jersey. Shout out to that. So, shout out. Calm down, Rick. Calm down, Jacob.
Ew.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
we just own that, man.
Jesus Christ. Calm down. Anyway.
Disgusting.
Wow.
Traitor.
Wow. Jeez Louise, buddy. Relax.
First time, not the second time. The first time for sure, but not the second time.
The second time he hasn't amounted to anything, so
I mean, yeah.
He did win. He did win one championship in the bubble.
Yeah, in the bubble. Yeah, in the bubble.
Listen, hey, you ask Shane. I'm not a LeBron guy whatsoever. I never have been.
Let's see.
greatest of all time, Larry Bird.
That's a take.
That's a Tyler take right there.
That's a Tyler take.
It's the true take.
That is a Tyler take, man. Let me tell you. Jesus Christ. All right. Let me do something real quick to see if this works.
I'm not even a Celtics fan. I'm a Mavs fan.
Did it link? Let me see if it actually linked. It did link. Right on. Didn't know if it would. For anyone watching the show right now on the stream, I am, because I did not put in the description, I am linking our Run Your Pools that anybody can join and compete against us through picks throughout the season. Throwing that in there because we are about to do our week 0 picks for college football. So just wanted to make sure everyone can get in there and have a good time. I do need to put in the description as well. So I just put in college, and now I'm going to put in NFL. I know we got a couple people watching. So let me.
Man, there's so many more games this year to pick.
Yeah, I know.
There's 5 of us.
Yeah, no, I think we've got it bumped up to. I got 30 games now.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I got 30 games.
It's anybody's league.
Yeah, 30 games every single week for college football.
I'm down.
I'm totally down.
complaining.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. So with that said, I guess if I can get my dang thing pulled up, we can shout out some college football picks, boys, for the first time. Oh my
Finally!
goodness.
Let's go.
Oh my good golly gracious. Who would have thought,
Gee
man?
Willikers, dude. Gee Willikers.
Holy guacamole. What games is it? Is it just is it 5 or 4? Like, is it the, so I know looking at it from Montana State, New Mexico, and up, I know it's those 4. Is Southeast Missouri State and North Alabama involved with that? I feel like they would be. We need some music. We can't do this without music. We got to kick this off the right way. There we go. Got some music going.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay, so that one is part of week 0?
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll go through those 5 picks, and then next week, after we finish our fantasy draft live right here on the show, we'll go through everyone else. So let's jump through these 5 picks, boys, and I can't wait to get the next week where we get to do everything else. It's going to be fantastic. So first up is fuck Florida State and Georgia Tech. Jacob, what do you got, buddy?
Yellow Jackets, baby. Give me Georgia Tech with the upset.
Georgia Tech with the upset. You know,
you get on to me for picking the Commanders to win the division. You have Georgia Tech, who's done nothing in forever, winning the ACC this year. Okay.
They have been steadily getting better. Last year was a huge step forward. This year, they're running the fucking country.
Running the country. Hey, in our college football dynasty, Haynes King is leading the Heisman.
True.
For now.
Very true.
For now.
Yeah. Saw that shit. You running up the stats, man. You took over the running back crown.
Let's go, baby. Buffalo running back Lamar Spalding, number 2 for the Heisman. Hey, blame Tyler for that, dude. That game alone. I wasn't even in the running until I played Tyler. So blame Tyler. I didn't even know I was in the running till the next week. And at that point, I'm like, oh, yeah, we're going to run this up, baby. We're going to get that Heisman trophy. But anyway, I'm going to go with, unfortunately, fuck Florida State.
Yeah, Florida State wins next.
I just realized, can we lock our picks in here on Run Your Pool? Or do we need to wait until next week?
I think, well, here's the thing. These games that we're mentioning are being played this coming Saturday.
Okay, so that they'll get locked, but beyond that, we're fine.
Down at the bottom of Run Your Pool, it says, please submit all picks before the first game of the week. A partial pick sheet cannot be submitted.
All right, so we're not locking them in on Run Your Pool, boys. Let's make that very clear. Do not lock them on Run Your Pool. Go back, hit the back button whatever, and just shout the picks out. All right, we'll lock them in next week. So next up, we have Delaware State and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. And you already know who it's about, boys. You already know who it's about. The Bows. Let me put this on my bun. They'll hold it up there. Maybe. Might hold it up. I don't know.
Hawaii is favored by 38 points.
That's
When was the last time Hawaii was favored by more than 5?
That's a damn good question. And it's probably either
When Colt Brennan was their quarterback.
either Colt Brennan or Cole McDonald. One of the two.
What was the guy after Colt? Tommy, right? Tommy.
I don't remember his name.
He was up there in stats.
The next notable
Ooh.
QB after Colt was Cole McDonald. But the guy after Colt, I'm not sure. There we go. I'm trying to get the balance in my head. But you know who it's about. It's about the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, baby. Shout out to Shane in chat. Not Shane.
Yeah.
Not in chat. Shane in call. Not chat. Shane's here.
What's
Hey,
up, boys?
Shane.
Hey, Shane.
I just got home from my new car, you know.
Shout out, shout out, shout out.
Hey. You taking Georgia Tech over Florida State?
Yes.
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The bandwagon begins.
You know what? Give me Georgia Tech. I'm flipping.
Seriously?
I'm flipping. Give me Georgia Tech.
Let's go.
I'm jumping on the wagon. Give me Georgia Tech. I'm flipping. Ricky, come on, flip.
You know you want
I
to.
bet I
You
can
know
get
you
Tyler
wanna
on
see
board.
Florida State lose.
I bet I can get Tyler on board. Come on, flip.
You know
ATFS
you want Florida
bandwagon.
State to lose.
Come on. Come on.
You know, why not? Go Georgia Tech.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Here we go. ATFS is riding the Yellow Jackets.
That's what I'm talking about, boys. That's what I'm talking about. I started something here. Let's go.
All right, I can't get this thing to balance in my head, even with my bun. Unfortunate. All right, next up was McNeese State and Tarleton State. I mean, that's easy. This is not even a game we would be picking, other than the fact that it's week 0. We want to pick something. McNeese State, come on now. What are we doing?
Yep, agreed.
Yep.
It's not even a pick. Come on. Now this other one is kind of interesting because can you get that FCS upset here over an FBS school? Well, the FBS school sucks. Montana State, New Mexico. Are you gonna ride with the FBS? Or are you gonna ride with the good FCS school?
Montana State is preseason ranked number 4 in the FCS. I'm taking Montana State.
I'm taking Montana State.
Here we
Is that
go.
another sweep?
Oh, here we go.
Let's go.
All right, and then the last one we'll do this week because we'll do the rest next week after our fantasy draft. Southeast Missouri State and North Alabama. Southeast Missouri State.
Yep.
Same.
Same. Seam.
All right, turn down the music. There we go. We got our first picks in. Here we go.
Yeah.
We're back. We're all the way back.
We're back.
All the way back. Shane, how are you, man? Welcome to the show.
Pretty good. Pretty good. It's been a good start of the week. New car. Don't have to drive my piece of crap work truck anymore.
Nice.
It was kind of funny because my boss knew about it. That I was leaving early today to go do that, and he asked me what's I'm most excited for getting a new car, and I was like, I'll name you 3. Number 1, air conditioning, because my work truck didn't have air conditioning. Number 2 was cruise control, because my work truck didn't have cruise control. And number 3 was powered windows, because again, my work truck was a roly-poly-oly, and you had to roll that motherfucker down.
Oh, dang. I saw you on the road once in your work truck, so I got that vibe from it, everything that you're saying right now.
Yep.
What car did you get?
Got a 2023 Honda Civic Sport.
There you go. I'm in the market for a new car right now. I was telling the boys that before we started, but I'm going for a bridge car, because I'm just trying to relocate. So buying a house is more important for me. I did seriously look at getting a new car, and I'm just like, let me just get like a bridge car, $10K or less, just something cheap, something to just get the Maxima off the road. I got a lot of miles on that bad boy.
Hey, on a separate note, shout out to me.
True.
I beat Shane.
Saw that.
Bro, that was bro.
Pretty
If I had a quarterback that was a higher than a 68 overall, I would have HO shit alive.
That's what I'd say
Parker
too.
Navarro is only a 74 overall.
I'll
It's
trade
just because I have receivers that have speed.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's all right. It's all right. He had to end his losing streak at some point. I'd much rather it be now.
I would much rather it be now when it actually mattered.
Wow.
Now I got Steve. 80 points inbound. Sorry, Steve. I love you, Steve.
Disrespectful. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness gracious,
Hey.
dude.
Shout out to Northern Illinois beating Western Michigan, by the way.
For real.
Wait, who no what?
Northern Illinois destroyed Western Michigan.
I saw that, dude. Shout out to Western Michigan being 3-0 against players. Like, what? That's crazy. They're about to be 4-0 probably when they play Steve. That's crazy, dude.
And then as of right now, I'm probably going to meet them in the MAC championship.
Yep, that's going to be a good matchup.
Oh, and Jacob, you're right. Miami, Ohio, they're a real deal on the MAC, boy. They beat the shit
Dude,
out of
they
me.
played tough. They beat the well, they didn't beat the shit out of me, but they played me really tough.
They beat the shit out of me, bro. Again, it was the same ordeal. I went up 10-3. And then they went down and scored, made it 10-10, and then I threw a pick, went down 17-10, and my quarterback's just not good enough to, like, my running game is fine, but like when you go down like that, like I went down like I think it was 24-10. I don't have the passing game to catch up.
Sorry, I yoinked that quarterback.
Bro. It's tough, bro.
I yoinked a receiver from you.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to sign another 4-star too.
Yeah, I got 2 4-stars I'm about to sign.
I told Jacob, I was like, I only have 4 commits right now, and only have 1 extra on my board. 3 of them are receivers. 1's a halfback. The other one's an athlete. So I'm just gonna be fucking.
One of them is a punter. One of them is a punter on your board that it's a number 3 interest in your team, but I'm the number 1 interest for the punter.
I haven't even gone after. He's not on my board. I may
Well,
have
he's
scouted.
interested in you regardless.
I may have scouted him, but anyways, I'm gonna be like Eric Musselman and just fucking attack the transfer portal.
I mean, hey, you got to keep in mind, buddy, you're a OC. I mean, you're potentially about to leave anyway.
Yeah. Is there? I was talking to Jacob about this. Is there limitations? Like, can I leave after my first year?
I don't give a fuck. Go for it. Tyler asked me the same thing. If he got another like MAC offer, like an OC offer or something in the MAC, I'm like, dude, go for it. I don't give a fuck.
Well, see,
Tyler
that's the
should have
thing.
been Toledo, man. The Toledo Dildos.
Yeah, he should have been.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, I don't just say I get an OC job at like an American conference or some Sun Belt team.
Yeah.
I don't want that team being put into the MAC. Like at that point, I'm just gonna stay another year.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, hey, just check out your jobs at the end of the year. We'll see how it goes. Even though the job offers are absolutely broken and they're horse shit and dog shit, and I fucking hate it. It's one of the worst parts of the game, and it can ruin a dynasty.
Yep.
And also I'm gonna let you know, like since they patched the little small stuff like the helmet glitch and things like that, I've had bigger breaking stuff happening to me since they patched that.
That's unfortunate.
Like there's a camera glitch that happens when you're, because since I'm an OC, I'm not gonna lie to you boys, when I'm playing our dynasty, like I'm only playing offense.
Yes, I know.
Because I'm an OC.
As
right?
you should.
Yeah. I mean,
So when you're super simming and then you go into actually play a play,
Mhm.
like it leaves the camera on the ball no matter what. And it's super glitchy. Like you have to press start, like, and go to replay and then back to the game in order to fix it. And then also there's a glitch where if you're coming out of a super sim and you go into your play and you hold R2 to look at your play when you're about to snap it, it completely gets rid of the scoreboard.
Oh yeah, I have that glitch going on too, and I can't get rid of it at all in any game mode.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah, like I said, I just hate the coaching job offers. I think it's fucking broken and stupid. I'm gonna be pissed about it the entire time this game's out.
I think the thing I hate the most about the game is the fact that the play action pass can't happen because the offensive line, no matter how good they are non-existent.
That's not true. If you have a godlike offensive line, you can get some stuff done, but it's still a problem at times because that's how I am in my Memphis dynasty.
Yeah, on my Arkansas dynasty, I mean, I'm sure Ricky can attest to this because me and Ricky's the same kind of way with this. Like, my first 2 years, I recruited like 2 quarterbacks and like 3 receivers. But other than that, it was offense and defensive line. That was it. And my offensive defensive line are fucking stellar. 5 stars across the board. I have second stringers that are 5 stars.
That's when you know you got good recruiting.
Yep.
Also, follow up from earlier when we were doing our picks. Kirito is very high on North Alabama in that game versus Southeast Missouri State. He said North Alabama is going to march in there like Anakin Skywalker during Order 66 with Imperial March play.
I like
Good
it.
reference.
I like
Oh,
it.
shout
Good
out!
reference.
Shout out! What a good reference there. Actually got 2 Lego Star Wars Anakin Skywalker Starfighters from the TV show as well as from episode 3. Also, shout out got our first Lego store in the state. So shout out to that. It's open.
Up in
Nice.
Rogers.
Yep, shout out
Hey.
to that.
Hey, boys.
Boy.
When the
Boy.
Well, I mean, you said boys. I'm talking to you now because like you're addressing us.
shit.
So I'm addressing you.
Where the fuck Thanos?
Yeah, no, it's like or Arthur Morgan in here. Also, shout out to the potential PS5, Xbox Series X version of that game coming. Anyway,
if I do not see all 4 of you or all 3 of you, I'm the 4th one, picking Georgia Tech and submitting it and locking in, y'all a bunch of traitors.
y'all a bunch of bitches is what he's trying to say.
I thought we couldn't pick and submit this week.
Not this week.
yeah,
Well, we
next
can.
week.
Wait, can we? No, we can't.
No, we can't. Not till next week.
Oh.
Well, damn, we're not. So those picks don't count then.
No, you can totally count. Just make sure you pick them next week. Don't be a bitch. Stay true to your word.
But they're this
Well, no.
weekend.
Well,
This weekend.
oh shit, yeah, you're right.
Uh-oh.
All right,
SpaghettiOs.
hold on. We may have to pull an audible. Let me go look at our
We gotta have
dash.
to pick the entire rack.
No, because I have no entries with week 1 picks. So let me go turn these games off right now. And we just won't
Okay,
pick
well,
them.
there we go.
Yeah, we just
There we
won't,
go.
we just won't pick them. It's fine. We won't pick
Oh,
them.
won't pick them right now. We'll just pick them next week.
God, there was a lot more week 0 games than I thought. We had Nevada and SMU and shit. Like, I didn't even know that was on there. All right, so I've taken them off, so we do not have 30 games on here, but I can just go through and try to get some games here after the show because I'm starving. Literally, I'm starving. And I get to play Black Myth Wukong in an hour and a half, so that's super exciting.
Do you want me to blow through my NFC real quick?
Yeah, you got
While
2 minutes. No, I'm just fucking with you.
All right,
blow through it though. Actually,
right,
while you blow
timing.
through it, I'm gonna look at games real quick.
All right, 7:33 starts now. I've got 49ers 12-5 winning the division. LA Rams next at 10-7. Seahawks at 9-8. Cardinals at 4-13. Next division, got Cowboys 12-5 winning the division. Eagles 11-6 coming in second. I've got the Giants 6-11. Commanders 4-13. Next
Fuck
division.
you, Ricky.
Next division, I've got the Lions 12-5 winning the division. Packers 9-8. Vikings 7-10. Bears 7-10. Just missing the playoffs with the 8 seed. I've got the Buccaneers winning the division at 9-8. I've got the Saints 9-8, just missing the playoffs at the 9 seed. I got the Falcons 7-10 and the Carolina Panthers at 2-15.
Oh my gosh. You're just
He's so high on the Cowboys, but fuck the Bears.
Shane, go fuck yourself. Why'd go fuck yourself?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I like the Bears team. I think they are a playoff team. But y'all schedule, from what I saw, was gruesome.
No, it favors
Especially y'all's away games.
You're out of your mind.
Like y'all's
So,
away
Shane-
games are terrible.
I'm
So,
so
Shane-
glad you gave him 2 minutes to do that.
Oh yes, that's great, Shane. Shane, man, I'm glad you went through all that. Now, Shane, I'll just be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you one of my predictions, because we're totally opposite on the Cowboys this year. So, what'd you say the Commanders' record was again?
4-13.
So here
That's
you go, Shane.
realistic.
All right. So Shane, here we go. I'm about to pull a Tyler for you. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I have the Cowboys Commanders, and Eagles all going 9-8 with the tiebreaker having the Commanders winning the division.
Motherfucker has the Commanders with the 4 seed in the NFC.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They're going to be.
Stop it.
I mean, their schedule.
Don't be
just
delusional.
Just like the Bears, the Commanders' schedule is hard, especially like I said, the away games, like the ones that they have to travel to, are tough, and I just don't see them winning. Like I don't see them winning in. I don't see them winning in Philadelphia. I have them sweeping the Giants, but that's literally 2 of their 14 wins. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have them breaking even with the Cowboys, winning their home game but losing in Dallas. So, and then I have them losing. I think it's at Detroit. Like, I mean, let me look at this. I have them losing to Buffalo. I have them losing to Denver in Denver. Have them beating the Falcons. Have them losing to the Seahawks in Seattle. Have them losing to Dallas in Dallas. Have them losing to Miami. I have them losing to the Rams in Los Angeles. Have them losing to New York at New York. And then they finish the season with San Francisco at home and Cowboys at home. I have them losing both of those games.
So here's the thing, though, Shane, and a lot of the things that some of the teams that you mentioned, like the Rams, I'm not very high on right now because their defense is going to be so crappy. And that's where and me and Jacob are both kind of on the same page when it came to the Rams. Was just their defense is going to be so iffy when it comes, and it's even with Matt Stafford under center this year. He is getting older, which I understand that sometimes it's not a big deal, but it's going to be a very big deal if he has nobody to protect him.
I mean, I agree, but I mean, I think their offense isn't going to miss a step.
I still have question marks about Philly because there's no way I see a Philly team that went completely depleted at the end of last year. Could be wrong, but I in my opinion, I think they're starting to lose faith in Jalen Hurts. Because
and the thing with the Cowboys, why I have them going 12-5 is because all of their toughest games that I thought are at home. Like their toughest road game is at Philly, at Buffalo, and then at Miami. Like, and they go to the 49ers. That's only 4 games, and I have them losing all 4. But other than that, they have the Jets at home, the Rams at home. They play the Giants at home. They have Carolina at Carolina, but I have them winning that game because the talent's just so much more, like so much better on the on Cowboys side of the ball. Have them at home at Seattle. They win that game. I have them at home against Philadelphia week 14. I have them winning. So I think it's just a favorable schedule for the Cowboys.
Now, I will say this much about the Jets. Aaron Rodgers is our kryptonite.
I mean, that is
our
true.
kryptonite.
I mean, I agree.
So it's like I think it's a much tougher schedule than what meets the eye.
It's a very tough schedule, but all of y'all's toughest games y'all have at home.
It's gonna be a tough
fucking
year.
Matter. AT&T Stadium, we can lose any fucking game in there. It's not loud at all.
That's so very true.
Big. Because it's so damn big.
First $10 billion franchise, by the way, across all U.S. major sports.
And honestly, if I had a choice, I would honestly switch the Rams and the Seahawks. I can see the Seahawks getting that 6th seed instead of the Rams being 10-7, and the Rams being 9-8 or 8-9. But honestly, it just depends on how Kenneth Walker develops as a 3-down back. Because there's rumors coming out of training camp that Kenneth Walker is most likely going to be a 3-down back. He's gotten bigger. He's gotten faster. Apparently this season he's completely reworked how he's catching the ball in the passing game. So if he can be anything somewhat like he was at Michigan State, I think easily the Seahawks get in there at the 6th seed, and the Rams do fall out of the playoffs at 8-9 or 9-8. But I think that offense depends on Kenneth Walker.
Hey, put the final nail in the coffin. Alex, hope and pray that my predictions are correct. Guys, I have both of my teams and both of your teams making the playoffs this year. It's gonna be a good year, bud.
That's
It's gonna be a
delusional.
good year.
That's delusional.
It's gonna be a good year.
For me.
And me.
Nah.
What the fuck?
You'll have a good year in college.
Bengals win Super Bowl.
You'll have a good year in college.
Why do I think you just jinxed the whole fucking season for me and for Ohio State?
No, I'm on the Ohio State bandwagon, buddy. Watch them lose.
Now
like
I'm
4
scared.
games.
Now my anxiety's up. My heart rate's up now.
That's all it
Starting.
took. That's all it took. Oh my goodness, man. All right. Anyway, let's wrap up the show because I'm starving.
Hey, I will say though, you gave me 2 minutes. I did 1.5 minutes. Just
Hey,
saying. You're welcome.
look at that. Balling.
And then we went on a tangent.
Yep.
All right, boys, let's go around the room. Last thoughts. Ricky, last thoughts so you can do your trademark Ricky and leave.
Rams are not winning that many games and going to the playoffs.
5
Go
seed.
Commanders.
5 seed.
Go Commanders.
5 seed. Rams. 12-5. All right. Shane, last thoughts, even though you just joined.
My first and final thoughts will be, it's going to be weird watching the Hogs play on a Thursday. Woo pig. Let's not lose to Pine Bluff.
Boo Pig. Jacob, final thoughts?
I can't wait for you guys to lose to Pine Bluff.
Oh, fuck. I will.
We lose to Pine Bluff. I'm not coming on the show next week. Probably the next 2 weeks.
Will you renounce your fanship?
Oh, I'm a Pine Bluff guy. I live in Pine Bluff. Why wouldn't I root for Pine Bluff? I love my Pine Bluff Golden Lions.
Okay.
But as far as my Razorback, yes, I'm done. I'm completely done. I'm completely done.
You heard
If
it
we
here
don't
first,
win,
folks.
I'm just saying, I'm done. I can't do this no more. I'm hanging on by a thread right now, guys. At least with football.
Listen, we lose to Pine Bluff. Sam Pittman will be fired. Bobby Petrino will become interim head coach. And either Bobby will be named head coach at the end of the year, or he'll remain as OC, and Barry Odom will be the next head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Sounds like a terrible time to be a Razorback fan, top to bottom. Jacob, last thoughts.
I'm still not able to get over the fucking Commander shit. I'm not. I'm really not. It's throwing me for a loop.
Hey, well, let's end the show on a high note for you. OH.
I-O, baby.
Here we go.
Let's
Get it, baby. We're back live next Tuesday. We'll do our fantasy draft live here on the show. Look forward to it. Until next time, guys. Bye.